So for this first example, we're going to go ahead and look at a tax table. So on a tax table, you would look it up by $1,000. So they're in $1,000 increments, and then each one is broken down into $50 increments from there. Across the top, you have these columns, and so the at least and but less than parts are for the dollar amounts. So the taxable income being between those amounts. And then the other four columns are based off of the filing status. So we have single, married filing jointly, married filing separately, and head of household. And so on the tax table, what you would do, so we have this example here, we would be finding the amount that it has. So in this case, Will is single, that's his filing status, and he makes $51,070. And so what we would do is we would go and we would find where does that fall between. So $51,070 falls right here between $51,050 and $51,100. And so then once we find the taxable income row, we would go over to the column for the filing status. So in this case for Will, his filing status would be single, and so his taxable wages or his tax liability is $7,027. And so he would be, based off of this taxable income, liable to pay $7,027. For Joanna, we have her as married filing jointly, and her taxable income is $51,200. So again, we'll go over to our columns here, our dollar amounts, and you'll find that you see that dollar amount in two places. And so this is where this wording up here becomes very important: at least, but less than. So Joanna makes $51,200. That is at least this amount, but less than. So this column up here, 51,200, would be less than that amount, okay, not equal to. And so that's why we have to then go down to the next row. So she falls in this last row of the set, the 51,200. It is at least. And then we would roll over to her filing status, which is the married filing jointly. So her tax liability is $5,752. All right. Let's see. Rachel. Rachel is married filing single separately. Her taxable income is $51,350. So again, we'll find which row that falls into. Again, it is split across, so you always go down to the next one, the larger one. So $51,350. And we would roll to the column for married filing separately. And so her tax liability is $7,093. Okay, that's the amount of taxes that she's supposed to pay. And then finally, we have Tom, who is head of household, and his taxable income is $51,325. So that falls right here in this row, and we will go all the way over to the end because that is where the head of household column is. And his tax liability is $5,877.